goody, Shellitronnn here. You can call me Shells, and I'm back. Gotta get with a brand new video, and I'm gonna keep it a Bowberry biscuit. These Carolina Panthers went absolutely dummy on the free agent market just last night. Now, I'm sure y'all already know, and I did have a live stream talking about all the moves we made, and while I was doing that live stream, we signed another player. I'll spend time in a different video talking about him, because I don't want to sell you the names of Denzel Perryman and Hassan Reddick by speaking on a backup O-lineman who we may have given a little bit too much money to, but it's all good because we need some O-linemen, and it is what it is. We're talking about the Denzel Perryman and Hassan Reddick signings that the Panthers pulled up out of nowhere. Now, I know most of y'all out there were kind of like me a couple days ago. You saw the Cam Irving pickup. You saw the Pat Elflein pickup. And your first thought was, who? Your second thought was, why? And your third question was, is that it? But I won't lie to you. Me, I wasn't like that. I knew in my heart, I knew. I never doubted for a second. I knew my boy Dave at the very top. I knew my boy Scotty Fitt, who we just got out of Seattle. I knew my man Rev Rule will be preaching the good word. I thought Joe Brady might be slacking a little bit, but my man Phil Snow knew what the deal was. I knew we would find a way. We would get somebody, and they came through with two names that I did not expect us to be able to get. Well, actually, Denzel Perryman was one that I thought was a little bit more realistic than Hassan Reddick. Throw the tweet right now from Jeremy Fowler. He says, inside linebacker Denzel Perryman is signing with the Carolina Panthers per source. Let's break this tweet down word by word. Inside linebacker. Stop. You already got me sold. I'm already sold. I'm in. It is very, very hard for an inside linebacker to be worse than Tyre Whitehead last year. So I'm already all in. You say inside linebacker, cool, bring him on. Bring him in. Bring him in. Hey, what do you do? Oh, it's Denzel Perryman? Shit. Bring him in twice as fast. Get him the Uber XL. I don't care what you gotta do. As long as you help, look, don't be rude. Don't be rude. Help Tyre Whitehead move his things very, very far from Charlotte, from North Carolina, from the East Coast if you got to. Pay all of his moving expenses. Just get him out of here. And it's not that I hate the dude, it's just that Denzel Perryman is in a completely different class than Tyre Whitehead. He was supposed to be a guy who was very great against the run and honestly very bad against the pass. He was not very good in either one of those situations, although I don't think it was always his fault alone. But the point is, the Tyre Whitehead experiment failed completely. Now, Denzel Perryman, this one might work out. Now, if you know anything about Denzel Perryman, you know one thing. This dude is a thumper. This dude wants to hit. He does nothing but hit hard. But we've had dudes who hit hard on this team before, recently. But we don't have a lot of dudes who actually hit hard the right way, wrapping up, lowering the shoulder, going into a dude's body, just going 100% mano-a-mano, going right into a dude's body. We're not just trying to lower a shoulder in the hope we can stick someone down, or these arm tackles or diving at dudes' ankles and shoestrings. That is not what this man, Denzel Perryman, does. Denzel Perryman wants you to feel every bit of the forward motion, that kinetic energy, pushing from him to you.
Pause.
Football is nothing if it's not imposing your will on another human being and saying, I'm bigger, stronger, faster than you. You can't do anything about it. And that's exactly what this man, Denzel Perryman, brings to the Panthers. He's a very secure tackler. He's going to be really good in run D. Not the fastest dude out there. And look, he's not Tyre Whitehead bad, but he is also just not really all that good in coverage. He'll be there on the spot. He'll be all right against some tight ends, some running backs. He's not the guy you think of when you say, I have a linebacker here who I can put in coverage and I can just put him there, set him there, and forget it because I know he's going to be on the right spot at the right time 100% of the time. First of all, he works best in zone. He is not a man coverage kind of linebacker, so that's one thing already right there for Denzel Perryman. But what we used to have and what we have right now is up on a completely different scale, so it's all good. I like Denzel Perryman still. He'll need some help, but he won't need as much help as our predecessor at that spot needed last year. And if that was the only problem with Denzel Perryman coming to this season, this 2-year deal with him, and at this moment right now, I don't think we've had an actual official number come out talking about his contract. But as soon as I do get that, I will pin that comment to the top of this video right here in the comments below. Only other thing that makes me feel weird about this Perriman pickup is this dude be getting hurt. My man Denzel Perryman has a very long list of injuries. In 2015, he had a chest pectoral strain. 2016, he had a shoulder injury. He had a pulled hamstring. In 2018, he tore his LCL and missed the last 7 games of the season. And then in 2019, he had a knee patella sprain, and it just ruined his season again. So this dude has had a lot of lower body injuries. That's not what you want to see out of your linebacker. So the big thing is, just how much are we going to get out of Denzel Perryman? Can he stay healthy? That's the biggest question with Denzel Perryman. He's obviously a very good player, but there is a question about his health that cannot be ignored. If he is healthy the whole time, we're going to have a very destructive defense because of this next tweet from Joe Person saying Panthers are signing edge rusher Hassan Reddick, who played for Matt Rule in Temple. League source confirms. Mike Garofalo says it is for $6 million guaranteed with incentives that can take it up to $8 million. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I did not think that Hassan Reddick was going to be available for this amount of money. 1 year, $6 million guaranteed, up to $8 million. He won't hit all his incentives on the contract. It's going to be somewhere around like 6.5, maybe $7 million if he hits some of the upper ones as well. But this Hassan Reddick signing is actually crazy to me. And I think it's because the Cardinals themselves kind of set themselves and Hassan Reddick up for failure early on in his career when he got there. They tried to force and shoehorn him in as an inside linebacker. And then, the back end of his time there, they realized, hold up, this guy's actually an edge rusher. Let's put him at the edge spot and see how he does. 12.5 sacks, had a very great PFF grade. And PFF grades are decent to go off of. They're more like a baseline to start thinking about your evaluation for players. I wouldn't call it the end-all, be-all of looking at how players are and how good or bad these dudes are, because PFF is good for some things, not so great for others. But still, Hassan Reddick did look very, very good. And I think that there was a lot of fans and even people in the media who were calling him a bust based off of his first couple of years in the league, based off of his numbers and whatnot, when I think he was being used in the wrong way. I think Phil Snow can use Hassan Reddick in the right way here. And just think about this. Derek Brown, Bravion Roy with some other pieces to come very, very soon. I'll get to the piece that we did sign just last night, the dude from the Rams. You got Brian Burns, Bravion Roy, Hassan Reddick, you got Jeremy Chin, you got YGM, you got Denzel Pearman. I don't know if I'm on 6 or 7 now. I'm going to sit on 6 though. You got Denzel Perryman, you got Shaq Thompson. I mean, you got the whole squad coming in from every which way. And we're probably going to bring up another defensive tackle sometime soon, whether it's going to be free agency or the draft. Our front 7 is going to be set. It's going to be set. Now, I think that we're probably going to be moving Jeremy Chin up to strong safety, to be real with you. So he won't be in the front 7, but he might be in the box sometimes. So even that will have an effect on how offensive line coordinators are going to have to work with who's blocking who do you want to focus. If you double team one dude, if you want to double team Derek Brown, that's cool. The guys on the edge going to have one-on-ones, or guys going to be coming free off the edge. So you got to pick your poison with this Panthers front 7, and we know the best time of our lives was when we had a front 7 from hell. I'm talking about we had a destructive front 7, and we are building toward that once more. Now, there are some people who believe that this Denzel Perryman and this Hassan Reddick signing means that we're going to be trading away Shaq Thompson and C-Mac for Deshaun Watson. I'll do a video talking about how realistic our chances are with Deshaun Watson, especially with these allegations coming up about him in the past couple of days. I'll speak on that again because I haven't talked about Deshaun Watson in over a month, and the news and the rumors and whatnot swirling around us and him have not stopped. But for right now, let's keep it locked on Hassan Reddick. You can see his stats right here if you want to look at those. But what I want to focus on here is his advanced defensive numbers. He blitzed on 140 plays this past season. He had 34 pressures, 16 QB hits, and he missed a total of 4 tackles this whole 2020 season. Hassan Reddick does not miss tackles, and Hassan Reddick is going to be in the backfield. Now, once again, he's a player who isn't really the greatest in coverage, okay? But there are some very good coverage inside linebackers in the 3rd and 4th round of this year's draft. You have a lot of freedom if you're Phil Snow in deciding whether you want to go a 4-man front, you want to go a 3-man front, 4-3, 3-4, you want to go with nickel, you want to go 3-3-5. You have a ton of options. I even mentioned that we could still sign F.A. Abada back. We do have Christian Miller. We have Marquise Haynes. So we have a lot of things you can do if you're Phil Snow, and this is going to be the year where you actually get a chance to see. Second year here, he can install a system, and he has better players on the field. I think we're going to see a little bit more from Phil Snow. That's all I got to say on it, man. We have a very, very exciting defense that I think will be a lot better than we thought they were going to be going into last year. And going into this year, we're going to be going crazy for sure. Everyone's going crazy. This could be a very exciting season. We might be able to sneak into the playoffs and win one game and ruin a team's shots at making to the bowl. This isn't going to be a deep playoff run year for us, but I think it could be a very, very exciting one nonetheless. That's how I feel about it, man. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below, and you already know what to do with that like button.
Cheers to you, appreciate the chance. Been told y'all I been the man. Been told y'all I had the gift. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Real ones gonna recommend. Count this as another win.